Hello, my name is Jalise. Welcome out everybody to my top 10 reasons why I believe Assassin's Creed Origins is the most overrated Assassin's Creed game. Now, let me just say this. I do not hate Assassin's Creed Origins. I think this is a very good game. I give it a B+. It's a very good game. But people like to consider this up to par with the A pluses like Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed 2, and Black Flag. Why I don't I have many reasons as to why I don't believe Origins is as revolutionary as people think. Let's start off with number one reason. If you take out the combat, what do you have? Assassin's Creed Origins has the best combat for all the Assassin's Creed games, and that's great. But if you take out the combat, what do you have? If you replace AC Origins combat with Unity, what do you have? A not so great story. And to me, and the people are like, well, if you take out the combat, if you take out the naval combat from Black Flag, and if Black Flag then had that stuff, Black Flag wouldn't be so great. You know, pirates and all that stuff. Here's the thing: game mechanics should not be a big deal compared to the greater thing of the story. A story could be great, like Assassin's Creed 4 and 2. What made Assassin's Creed 2 so great was the little side stuff that they included, and the story was phenomenal. Does side stuff like combat, how you use money, what you could trade, basically any stuff that you could do in this game, the little details you could make in this game, helps a video game, of course it does. But if you take out the combat system, what was so great about Origins, other than the combat system? Nice location, anyone could do that. To me, Origins, basically, if you take out the combat system, this game is downright not as great as it. Then, if you take out the combat system, this game would have been a B- to me, because the story is not that great. My second reason why is the origin of the Brotherhood. Assassin's Creed Origin badly executed the origin of the Brotherhood. I could wrap down in under 2 minutes of how much details they put into forming this Brotherhood. This is not an origin story. This is a revenge story. Bayek is out for revenge for the people that killed his son. Simple story. I understand. But origin of the Brotherhood of Assassins? No. The DLC, the Assassin's Creed Origins, the Hidden Ones DLC, is more of an origin story than than Origins story. They were they were building up a Brotherhood. They were building something up, and they were actually had the rules, and they were trying to say what are the particular things. Don't go out into combat, stay in the shadows, and all that stuff. This game Origins badly executed this. Who are the members of Bayek's Brotherhood? Throwaway characters that we barely see for less than a minute. There was barely anything that they done for Assassin's Creed Origins for their Brotherhood. Was the Hidden Blade? The Hidden Blade I gave to him, and she explained that belonged to someone else, who we considered an assassin. Now let's go off to my third point. You can only play one character. You can only play Bayek, not Aya. Why? After Assassin's Creed Syndicate, how come you couldn't play Aya? How come you couldn't play two characters? They're a husband and wife. They both lost a child. She actually kills certain targets. You get to play her as her at the end, but why couldn't we play her at the beginning? And this goes to my fourth point. Aya is not Amunet. Aya is not Amunet. They shoehorned in her as Amunet at the last minute. They shoehorned in that little lore. In no way, shape, or form do I believe if they were really thinking, if they really planned it out, like, you know what? We're going to make Aya Amunet. What? You think we really want to play Bayek when we could have played a legendary assassin from Assassin's Creed 2 in the Tombs? The woman who killed Julius Caesar. And a woman who killed Cleopatra. We can't play Drought. They shoehorned in at the last minute. Don't tell me they thought, like, they planned it out, like, well, let's just play Bayek. Let's not play Aya. Oh, no, let's do a little... they just did this for, like, a little surprise, like, a little quick thing. To get, like, a reaction from the fans. You know, like, ooh, let's surprise the fans. Let's put Aya's Amunet. I was wondering who the people in the back were like, yeah, but shouldn't we mostly play as Aya then, since she's such an important figure? No, let's just play Bayek. You know, the person that's never talked about in history. What the fuck? I do not like what they did with the whole you only play as one character, Bayek, and Aya as Amunet. Shoehorned in. Everything about Assassin's Creed Origins story for its lore of the origin of the Brotherhood was shoehorned in at the last minute. Very little time you get to develop a Brotherhood. Very little time they actually talk about what should be the new creed. They just shoehorn it. It's a revenge story. It's not an origin story. The DLC is the origin story. Number 5. What was my number 5th pick? Bayek is a lucky character. Bayek is lucky. At the beginning of the game, when his son is killed off, they hit him once in the face, and he's knocked out, and the enemy does not kill him. The Order agents do not kill him. Why? And they said, "Oh, we thought you were dead." In what way? The guy's laying down on the ground. Later on in the game, he's trapped in the desert. His head's in the sand, and his horse whistles. He whistles his horse, and he's saved. The DLC, he's crucified, but he is roped crucified. And this ain't realistically, because in realistic times they only did ropes for particularly women, and they mostly nailed people to crosses. But Bayek, no. Bayek is a lucky character. We never had a lucky character as much as Bayek. Connor, I will say, it would be the only one lucky. Ezio? Was Ezio captured by an enemy. Never did anyone really believe Ezio was dead in certain cases. I can remember one time when he got shot off an AC Brotherhood off a roof. Yeah, I can understand that point. But to survive being literally surrounded by 10 enemies, your son's dead and you're unconscious and they don't kill you? Surviving in the desert, your horse comes to you, and being rope crucified in a DLC. Bayek is not a great character. Bayek's not a great warrior. He's a lucky character. He's lucky for the story it's written. And people say, "Oh, don't take this stuff too seriously. It's a game. Have fun." I love Assassin's Creed. I love lore. And to people tell me that this game is up to par with the others is atrocious to me. Number 5. That was the 5th reason. Number 6 reason. Throwaway characters. People like Fishy and Longear Fox, those YouTubers, which I do enjoy their work. I don't hate them. I think they're probably good, decent people. But they put like Syndicate at the bottom of my list. I'm like, and they say if they had throwaway characters. What was Origins? Origins by meets so many people, and we barely have any interactions with them. Let me give you a perfect example of a throwaway character. Bayek's gladiator friend. Now, me and my friend were talking about this. He was asking me, what happened to Bayek's gladiator friend? I'm like, what, you don't know? You killed her. Like, what? Like, yeah, you killed her. And he goes back. Because in the same mission where you're trying to kill her master, I killed her first, and then I killed the master. The crocodile. My friend, he killed the crocodile only, and he didn't know anything about the gladiator character. He just escaped the area. There is no cutscene for this side character. A friend of Bayek's from childhood. I cannot give you a perfect example of a throwaway character than that one. That is terrible. You barely meet characters for like 2 minutes, and after you get done with a mission, you don't need to go back to them and talk to them. You're just there. There's no really lasting goodbyes in some cases for like cutscenes, like in Syndicate or like in Brotherhood. When you're done, you're done. And it was atrocious. It was stupid how they dealt with it in Origins. My 7th reason. People just like this game, Origins, and I think it's so great because it took a 2-year break, and people are like, man, we're tired of Assassin's Creed. Unity came out, then Syndicate came out, we just want a break. So they gave them a break for 2 years, and everyone thinks that Origins is the greatest masterpiece. It's not. Is it a great game? Yes. Is it a very good game? Yes. Is it a classic? Is it up to par with the first 3 Assassin's Creed games? No. And if anyone knows my ranking, Origins is number 6 for me out of the entire 10. So it's a good mark, but I don't find it as great as compared to Syndicate and Rogue, because those were better in story. I'll give you multiple reasons why. If you have any reason why I believe Syndicate is better than Origins, check out my video of it. The eighth reason people just like action. I mean, that's my only case. We have so much supernatural action in this video game. It's ridiculous. There's no stealth in this entire freaking video game, which is understandable because it's not the Assassins yet. And Bayek is a Magi, so I don't expect much stealth. But there's a lot of action, there's a lot of combat, and there's not much stuff for like puzzles and all that shit. In my opinion, people just want a lot of action, a lot of stuff to do, and they didn't really focus on lore or story. Number 9, a lot of stuff was a missed opportunity. You know how much you know how many times they hyped the hidden tombs in advertisements, and the hidden tombs? Guess what? If you did one, you complete them all. Think of Assassin's Creed 2 tombs. Think of that. Think of how if every single one, it was like the same layout and description of it, and they had the same exact things for each one. And they had the same way in order to beat it. With Assassin's Creed Origins, you go inside, nothing attacks you. You think something will attack you when you're inside a pyramid? Add something? No, they don't. Oh, you go underwater for all the stuff, for all those loot underwater scenes that they said it was going to be really awesome and beautiful. It was awesome and beautiful, but nothing attacked you. It was just, go in there, get it out. It's the same thing to me walking to a chest in the middle of a cave. It's the same feeling I get. I don't like the fact that they hype certain things and they don't follow through on them and it's just plain damn repetitive. And you know how many bandit camps we got? Like 120. Like near 100 abandoned camps, and most of them are all generically the same. Why? And my 10th reason as to why Assassin's Creed Origins is overrated, or like my top 10 problems with this game, it has one of the worst villains of the entire franchise. The villains here are terrible. We have like 12 villains, 13 villains. 2 of them are killed off screen. I say 3 were important. This is the Order Ancients. They are highly disorganized. They each what I thought was going to be kind of similar to Syndicate. These people are going to be very organized. They're going to talk to each other. They're going to have connections. They're going to be something like Assassin's Creed 2 type-esque villains. You know, they communicate with each other, try and control different parts of Italy or different parts of Egypt. In reality, they're all doing their own things. The hyena girl, she wanted to resurrect her daughter. One guy wanted to build a city out of sand. What else? We got one character who wants the scepter. One character who was poisoning a crocodile. I mean, they don't have no interactions with each other. They're all doing their own little thing, and they're not even communicating with each other. Granted, that's how the story was. That Bayek was just hunting down one by one, but in no way, shape, or form were just an organization. It's just like 12 different people with similar ideas, and they were just doing their own thing in different areas. I do not like these villains. Granted, they did like a nice execution of it when Bayek killed them, and they had this little supernatural feel like. I did enjoy that. Those were some like cool scenes and nice. They added to it. But they added the characters' death scenes were awesome. Not the characters themselves. The villains were god-awful. There's 12 villains, and I swear maybe 2 are great. Or 2 are at least decent good. Now, are they affiliated with each other? Maybe 3 of them actually work together? Maybe? Out of 12? What is this shit? This has the worst villains, near the worst villains, for Assassin's Creed game. The only one it does not beat is Revelation's damn villains. Those throwaway character villains, Jesus Christ. But Origins. Could you please tell me why you love Origins? Could you please tell me why, everybody, why you believe this is up to par with Black Flag, with 2, with Brotherhood? Why do you believe this is one of the greatest Assassin's Creed games of all time? Why do you believe this is maybe even your favorite Assassin's Creed game of all time? Could you give me a reason? Could you debate with me logically as to why you think these characters, why you think Origins is a great game? Again, if you take out the combat system, what do you have? If you gave me the same crappy combat system from Unity, this game would be terrible. Not terrible. It would still be a somewhat decent story, but what would it be to you? You have to really ask yourself, if you take out one little thing from this, let's say Bayek doesn't have a horse in this, you can only ride a camel, or let's just say you'll walk around the desert. Will it be annoying? Yes. If you take out the tombs, would it be as great as it was? Would it, if you take out the gladiator fight scenes, the gladiator pits, would you love it still? I think if you love the combat, you would still love the gladiator. You would still love this game even without the gladiator pits. But please tell me, everybody, why you believe Assassin's Creed Origins is up to par with those Assassin's Creed games that I told you about. Why do you love Assassin's Creed Origins? That's what I really want to know. Why do you people love this game, and why do you just automatically enjoy it? For every single reason, I already listed the reason why the villains, I believe, are weak, why there's throwaway characters, why this is not an origin story, why the DLC is actually the origin story. Why, I mean, you still cannot even replay missions. Even the good missions, you can't even replay, because there's no replay. Not even replay value, there's no reloading chapters. Well, you have a new game menu. So in order to replay certain things that you loved about this game, you have to create a new game and play it again. Why? Why do you love this game, everybody? Let me know what y'all think. Once subscribe if you like. Disagree on the bottom. Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Respect my opinion or respect yours. Name's Elise. Signing off for your day, everybody. Don't hate me. Bye-bye.